Jesus Christ, there's so many wrestling matches.
Why did they have to lose the one that came with the game?
Welcome into this month's Saints Athletics Recap. I'm Wright Hilbert alongside Austin Levin, and we're going to get right into it.
All right, I'll take it away with the ninth grade basketball team. They started off 3-0 with dominant 20-plus point victories over Woodbury, who they've beaten twice, and Carmel. Colin Johnson and Patrick Leckie have been the team's two top scorers. Over the last two games against Woodbury and Carmel, they have 36 and 25 points respectively. On the horizon for the Saints is an athlete team who will come to Scott Gymnasium this Friday at 4:30.
Moving on to JV Squash, the team's come out really strong this season. 2 wins thus far, and they beat Stab 9-1 their first match, and their second match they won 12-0. So the team's led by William Newman, Sterling Burke, Will Hurley, and he's actually an 8th grader, and they've placed themselves in the top 3 of the team, and they're going to have actually a lot of matches coming up, and we'll see if we're streaming those, but they're off to a good start.
I'd say. Now to JV basketball. Second-year head coach Hayden Vick has continued his success from last year and is off to a 6-1 start. They're looking to bounce back against their only loss against Woodbury, which they suffered this week. They're led by returning starters Wally Jones and Gavin Johnson, as well as loads of others. The team has so much depth. Guys like Nate Roberts, Zach Davila, they're loaded. They can at least go 10 deep, right? Quite impressive roster.
Yeah, absolutely. Just to add on to that, I think guys coming off the bench, Harrison Miller, Elijah Asari, especially the 9th graders.
Don't forget Anthony Handsome.
Yeah, you mentioned the returning players, but the 9th graders, they're doing really well for the squad. I think it's a guard-heavy team, pretty small, but as you mentioned, Nate Roberts had some size, and they're looking good thus far. And now moving on to varsity sports, just going to start off with indoor track. Last meet was against a plethora of teams: Hanover, Mechanicsville, Clover Hill, Thomas Jefferson, Thomas Dale, and a lot of standouts for the Saints. Ford Clark specifically placed first in the 1,000-meter run, 1,600-meter run, and the 9th grader Victor Olson, he's been consistently good for the Saints. Placed first in pole vaulting. Austin, anything else on that?
Well, the team will play next on Saturday, January 14th, and it's pretty cool to see Ford Clark being able to be so multi-dimensional as a runner. Not only is he a Bowdoin commit for cross country, he's also killing it on the indoor track scene. Let's take it to varsity futsal. Saints have gotten off to a hot start, starting 9-1. Their most recent games, they beat Trinity and Collegiate, and West Wise has been exceptional. Their next game will be at Collegiate.
Yep, West Wise, obviously the soccer standout, committed to Franklin and Marshall, and I would say it translates. Both foot sports, obviously, and it makes sense the West is doing well. I think he was probably runner-up for state soccer MVP. A little questionable decision there from the VISAA, but you know what? We can get over it. Moving on to varsity swimming, Saints also off to a great start, 4-0. A lot of success for the Saints, really. Undefeated record, as I said, competed against Bishop O'Connell, Woodbury, Norfolk Academy, and Walsingham Academy. A lot of young guys for the Saints. Joseph Connor, the sophomore, Alex Gertner, the sophomore, but also some experience there. You got Carter Perkins and Brandon Moore. They're all doing really well, killing it in the IMs, killing it in the relays, and they're going to have their next meet on January 14th. So that should be a good one, trying to keep that undefeated record.
Let's go to varsity squash. Saints once again starting the season off strong. The 4-1 start. They won their first match 9-0. They went to Woodbury to participate in the WFS Play Day. They played McCallie School, Woodbury Forest, of course, and Episcopal. McCallie School just edged out the Saints, defeating them 4-5. The Saints were able to defeat Woodbury Forest 7-2 and Episcopal 9-0. The Saints were also able to take down Woodbury Forest on January 10th in an 8-1 victory. Their next match is against Episcopal High School on Thursday, the 12th. Saints are headlined by Holden Woodward, Jack Jones, and Manoli Lupasi, as well as Alex Street.
Yeah, varsity squash looking really good. I think historically they've been a very good program for the Saints, so to continue that success against a tough schedule, it's good to see. So kind of transitioning to varsity wrestling, Saints have once again done really well this year. They've had a really hard schedule going all over the country. I believe they're going to Pennsylvania soon. similar to these other sports, the young guys are doing well. Mitchell Faglione, the junior, finished in 4th place at 150. In the Beast of the East tournament, the team overall finished in 22nd. They hosted a huge meet, actually, St. Chris did, in the field house. So, and that was last week, and very impressive. Had a lot of college meet there. Virginia participated. Blair Academy, #1 wrestling team in the country, came to Richmond for that event, and they got reunited with Mr. Jatomer, so former Saints coach there, and varsity wrestling's doing really well.
Yeah, led by, also don't forget some of the seniors, we got Kale Rogie, Riley Fink, and of course Jack Parker, Franklin Marshall commit. And now let's go to varsity basketball. So the Saints are off to an impressive 10-3 start, including a Henrico Holiday Hoops Tournament championship and being the Douglas Freeman Invitational runner-ups. The Saints have quite the incredible starting five. Sonny Bridges at the 1, Zach Murphy at the 2, Brandon Jennings at the 3. That's the backcourt, Thomas Youngkin and Darius Gray. Youngkin the 4 and Darius Gray the 5 in the front court. Brandon Jennings has been particularly exceptional for the Saints. He scored his varsity career high of 28 against St. John Paul the Great last week. The Saints unfortunately fell to Woodbury in a decisive loss, but they look to bounce back this Friday against Trinity Episcopal. Right, any more thoughts on the Saints varsity basketball team?
Yeah, I think record may not show as good as the team is, in all honesty. I think they lost 2 very close games to Stewart, both one-possession games, and they lost to a very good Woodbury team. So coming into league play, Saints are looking pretty good. I'm confident with their team right now. And really, in contrast to past years, the Saints team is very consistent all around. I feel like in the past we've had a one-man show, but I think Brandon Jennings especially had a spotlight on him, but he's done a great job spreading the wealth to a lot of the other guys. And similar to JV basketball, this team's deep, so they should be on to good things this year. Anything else?
No, I think the Saints varsity team is multi-dimensional. They can get you from inside down low with Darius, and then go outside with Sonny and Zach. And of course, there's Brandon Jennings, a small forward, point guard. He does it all, distributes the ball exceptionally well. And with the guys he's distributing the ball to, you know that's trouble.
Yeah, no doubt. So thank you for tuning in. We're going to see you guys next month, so we enjoyed it. Test, 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 test. Test.
Are you
test.
play-by-play?
Testing, testing, testing. Welcome into today's varsity wrestling match. We're here on the campus of St. Christopher's, and it's senior day here for the Saints. So I'm Wright Hilbert alongside Harrison Fuller. We should be in for a good one. We've got St. Christopher's versus Fishburne Academy. Saints have gotten off to a good start and a historically good wrestling program. So I'll be interested to see what happens today. They played somewhat of a national schedule thus far, and today should be the same. So I'm excited.
Yeah, the Saints have gone to a lot of big tournaments so far. Have their fair share of up and downs. A couple weeks ago, hosted a big tournament against the nation's best school, Blair Academy, and a couple other schools. So they certainly have experience under their belt, but got some tough teams today.
Yeah, totally. And back to that meet from a few weeks ago, it was quite the event. Kind of put the school on the map, I would say, for wrestling. We wrestled. We didn't directly go against them, but Blair Academy, as you mentioned, Harrison, Blair Academy was there. #1 school in the country for wrestling, and former coach from St. Christopher's, Ross Chatomer, is now the head coach there. So that doesn't show you what this wrestling program does to people. I mean, to have the best coach in the country really here before he moved, it's just, this program's something special. So we appreciate you guys for tuning in, and we'll be back in a little bit with the first match. right, welcome back. First match here, we got Miller Tatum wrestling for the Saints.
I believe the Fishburne wrestler's a little too high there. Miller's trying to sweep his left leg to take him down.
Two points there. Good work for Tatum.
Yeah, Miller's trying to pull him over. I believe those are takedown points he got. He's trying to hit him with a cradle. He does. And
That was fast.
that was very quick. I think Miller didn't have to work too hard on that one. Pinned him with the cradle move, so it's pretty cool to see.
Yeah, good work from him. Easy win for the Saints. They're off to a good start.
Next up, I believe, might be the heavyweights. Lance Clellan, 8th grader.
Good to see him, son of the varsity football coach, also Lance Clellan. Saints football had a good season this year, kind of beat all odds. And Lance is definitely a football player for the Saints next year, so I'll be interested to see how he does there.
I think he takes 3 points. Lance feeling it out. It's right here.
I always find these more heavyweight wrestling events more interesting. It gives me a WWE vibe, and I like it.
Yeah, not as quick as the smaller guys, but stronger. You're not gonna see as many moves or throwing around, but Lance shooting for his legs.
Good takedown there from Clellan.
2 points for Lance. Trying to hit him with the cradle. Fishburne wrestler's just trying to get out of the ring. Lance trying to go for the left leg. He's gonna get the right ankle.
Good work for him. Lance Clellan off to a hot start for St. Chris.
Saints to start with advantage. Saints on top. .38 seconds left in the first period. I think he got a bow to the face there. Stalling on Lance. Sorry. Lance got a locked hand, or Fishburne wrestler got a locked hand violation.
Clellan trying to take him back down.
Looks like an escape, maybe. 1 point, Fishburne.
Clock's gonna run out here. Coin toss. Love to see that.
They're gonna flip it, Fishburne wins, and they're gonna start neutral. Hope he beat him.
Lance not in a great spot here for the Saints. Good work from him to get out of it, though.
Should be an escape points there, maybe.
What a move! Lance Clellan. He didn't get the pin here.
Pin for Lance Clellan, the 8th grader. Big things to come in the future from him. Looked like he absolutely manhandled him in the last 15 seconds of that, so.
Lance Clellan already getting the crowd involved early in this match. Good work from him for the Saints. That was a fun one. Fishburne Academy, coming all the way from Waynesboro, Virginia, about an hour and a half out.
Yeah, maybe the road trip will get to him. Never know.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just the Saints. Great wrestling. Next up, we have Whitwood for the Saints. It'll be a forfeit for Fishburne, so I believe that's 16 points for the Saints. And another forfeit, so 12 points.
Is this a third forfeit?
Maybe 18. Come on, guys. You got to get some wrestlers.
There it is.
That's the whole point of this.
Fastest 3 matches I've ever seen.
Maybe 24?
My goodness.
Never mind.
There we go.
First wrestler.
Let's get some action.
If they want to win, they actually got to wrestle, so. Miles Hensing wrestling the 126 class. Freshman. Now they're showing the Saints potential.
Yeah, and this Saints wrestling just typically has these kids come in, and it's not necessarily recruiting, but the coaches do a great job getting these kids admitted to the schools, and they obviously deserve to get in, but they really have proved to be really great for the Saints, especially the wrestling program. That's credit to Mr. Tomer, who was here earlier last year, and current coaching staff for the Saints.
I think this might be a fun match. Both these guys are little, strong, and fast and quick, so. Miles Henson in a pretty uncomfortable position on his head, upside down.
Miles in trouble here.
Trying to get out of the mat.
Good play from him. Just trying to escape some danger.
Fishburne will start with the advantage.
So we've just gotten word those first few matches were exhibitions, and these are the real matches that count. So Saints are up 18-0 in total, and down 2-1 in this match. 2-1 in this match.
Saints just got a point for Miles Henson's escape, so. Hopefully shut out Fishburne. I don't know, don't want to jinx anything, but. End of the first period. Fishburne 4, Henson 1. These guys have probably the most stamina at this school. I mean, by the time they get to the halfway through the third period, they're dead tired, so
yeah, no doubt.
That's off to them for that. I could not do that. Trying to trip him. 1 point for Hinson, escape.
Anthony Bullock, former varsity wrestler, making his way up to the booth.
Now part of the SID team.
Y'all boys good up here?
Wait, so how many points did Miller get first pin? Just gonna let the clock run out here. By now, these guys have to be tired.
Yeah, but as you said, it's a stamina match here, so
Yeah.
these guys have it in them.
Hinson has his leg. Escape point for Fishburne.
Hinson needs something to happen quickly here.
Saints want 2 points. I think he believes he might have got near fall points. As you can see there, the Fishburne wrestler's digging his chin into his back. I don't think that feels too good, so. Test.
Hinson may be in trouble now.
Yeah, Fishburne, I think, might have the advantage right now. He's on top, so he's controlling it. If he just gets behind him, I think it might be a takedown, so, or maybe a reversal. As you can see, Hinson's not giving him it. Just got to get that other leg allowed, I believe. 2 points. Fishburne, I think, maybe for a reversal.
That may just do it. We'll see if Hinson can try to pull something off. 24 seconds remaining. Hinson needs to make a move fast.
Yeah, he's got 24 seconds to pin him, or maybe get an escape here and then take down, or hold him for 5 seconds with a near fall. Escape, there you go.
There we go.
He's got a chance.
Hinson's got 15 seconds. Will he do something?
This is where he's in the home stretch, so he's going all out.
5 seconds. That should do it. So Fishburne's going to take this one. Miles Hinson with a good fight for St. Christopher's. Good work.
Freshman.
Yep, good work from him. Fishburne ends up with a win.
Next up, we're going to have Richmond Southall. Hopefully, I have a wrestler for him to wrestle.
Now for the Saints, Richmond Southall.
Southall wrestling at the 132 weight class. He's got him off the ground.
Fast start for Southall. Already
I'm
on the
pretty
board.
sure Richmond was not starting at the beginning of the year, but I believe in the last tournament he was the MVP, so he's improved a lot. Wrestling well right now. He's trying to pull him over. Maybe give him a half Nelson. He has him in a half Nelson, sorry.
Southall already taking control of this match. Down for the
Maybe
count.
a pin.
Saints won it.
Maybe some near fall points.
There it is. Richmond Southall gets the pin for the Saints.
Great to see that on senior day. He just absolutely manhandled him on that one. Took 51 seconds. Maybe a couple times it could have been a pin, but as you can see, the referee's on the ground with him. So I guess not only do you have to have endurance as the wrestler, but also as the referee.
Yeah,
Um,
that was impressive. I was watching him move. I was shocked that he could move like that. Great showing from Richmond Southall. He's hot right now, so for him to come in on senior day and do that, it's good to see.
I believe we have Griffin Vanderwag up next. I think he might be wrestling at 138. Another freshman for the Saints. 2 points for the Saints.
I mean, just look at that ref. That boy is slithering.
Yeah, he's
Just watch him.
He's on the ground. He's moving around a lot. 3 points for Vanderwag there with the near fall points.
Look at this.
Some variation of a roll there. Don't know the name of that one yet, but I'll learn. He's just got to get him over a little more.
Vanderwag still in control.
He's got him. That's got to be a pin. Here's Fishburne's right blade is not on the ground yet, so just give it to him. I mean, he was there for the longest time. There we go. I think he's accepting defeat now.
There it is.
Pin for Vanderwag, the freshman.
He's going to get it done for the Saints on senior day.
The Saints so far have 3 pins. Only 2 of them have counted, though, but it's great to see. Next up, we have Kale Rogie. Sorry, he is the 138. Weight class is a little messed up for us. Kale Rogie, captain, I believe. Probably one of the best wrestlers on the team. 2-1 right now. Another pin for the Saints.
This is
This
good to
time
see.
Even quicker. Tyler Hood up next. Sophomore. He's a dog.
He's a dog. Quite the academic, quite the student athlete. reclass though, and Tyler he's got a good build for a wrestler. That's all I can say.
Brad, I believe is in your physics class, right?
He is, yes.
Is that an honors class?
It is honors physics.
So.
That's a junior class. He's taking it as a sophomore. So, I mean, look at the kid.
Great wrestler there. 2 points already. Tyler played football last year. He's pretty good based off his wrestling skills and wrestled really well last year.
Yeah, and you would expect something like that to translate. A lot of physical contact in both sports.
He should not come back out in the football field, but he was missed. But no, if he wants to stick to wrestling, stick to wrestling.
Yep. Looking a lot more mobile than some of these other wrestlers we've seen. He's again looking for a pin here.
Tyler just not letting this kid get up.
Yeah, he's already got control here. I mean, there it is.
Hey.
Saints are off to a really quick start here. It's good to see. Tyler Hurd made it look easy there. That'll make it 42-3. This is fun to watch.
Liam Johnson up next, a freshman. Last year, I believe he had a pin against Benedictine, and I remember him going over to the student section to get him all hyped up. Coach not like that, but it was pretty cool.
You said he's a freshman, correct?
Yes.
So as an 8th grader, came in, varsity wrestling, biggest meet of the year last year, as you said, pinned a kid against Benedictine and got hyped with all the upper schoolers. That was a cool moment for him.
Yeah. That match is coming up on Friday at Benedictine, so the Saints have a big week ahead of them.
Yeah, and that's typically been a big rivalry for both teams. Not only on the mat, but basketball, football, it's all over the place. So the fact that the Saints can control that rivalry is, especially in wrestling, it's a good move.
Yeah, they've been up and down in football the past couple years, recently losing to them, but they get back up into wrestling, which is good. One point for Johnson. Got a lot of Johnsons at this school. Probably one of the most famous ones, Gavin Johnson.
You gotta love Gav.
Yeah.
I mean, shout out to Gavin Johnson if you're watching.
Yeah.
Always putting in work for the Bucks on the JV team. As of now, he's a starter on the JV basketball team. One of the most beloved Johnsons at the school, as you said.
Yeah, I dislocated knee right now, but
he'll be back, and he's bound to be on varsity before he graduates in the next 2 years. So
known as YB Gmo.
Yep. You love the man. He's got quite the personality as well.
Yeah. Maybe we can get him out on the wrestling mat. Never know. I don't know if he'll take away from beloved basketball. Back to wrestling. 2 points for Johnson. Liam Johnson, that is.
Saints, don't want to jinx it, but it'd be hard to lose a sleeve. Up 42-3 right now. I'm not even sure if it's possible.
Yeah, I think this might be the second or third match so far that's gone into the second period. So the Saints are dominating.
Yep. A lot of support here. As we mentioned, it's senior day, senior night.
Big track meet going on. So
yep. Busy athletic center right now. Saints, I think the Saints athletic department deserves some credit for their scheduling this winter. A lot of big basketball games, a lot of track meets and wrestling. And there's been a great turnout for every single event. So
yeah, like last night, Saints had a big win against the Cougars in basketball, crosstown rivals. I believe they swept them in all 3 levels, so that's great. Hopefully we can get a big sweep this weekend. Wrestling, basketball, track, and I believe swimming won. So.
Yep. So swimming had their senior day yesterday. I believe they took the win over Freeman. I'll have to check that. But yeah, I mean, St. Catherine's has a wonderful swimming complex.
And track. I believe they're like 38-time Prep League champions or something.
Yep. So Saints programs, you may see it in our December wrap-up kind of may play that at some point today. But Saints Athletics doing a great job this winter, just in winning really. So
Yeah.
I mean, we've got like a 5-to-1 ratio of wins to losses in all sports combined, including JV. So success for the Saints is pretty much unmatched.
Yes.
And you see it
Another
there.
thing- Jared Broussard up next. He'll be wrestling at 165. He's also a soccer state champion. Great to see. Got a ring under his belt. Maybe
Yep.
we'll probably get another one this year for wrestling. So, Fishburne wrestler forgot to take off his anklet, or the ankle. Classic piece. Jarrett, also leader of BSU, the Black Student Union here at St. Chris.
Yeah, just like we mentioned with a lot of these wrestlers, Tyler Hood included, these guys aren't just wrestlers. They're students as well. And like you said, Jarrett, state champion for soccer. These kids can really do it all. So it's good to see Jarrett out here. I'm not sure he's wrestled in the past, but the fact that he's out here gives him a good rep. And like you mentioned, doing some great stuff outside of sports. So good for Jarrett.
Yeah. Maybe we'll see a win here on Senior Day, hopefully.
Yep.
Saints moving out of the mat. Nothing happening so far. No points for either team.
There we go. There, we got some action here. Headgear looking a little loose for the Fishburne wrestler.
Jarrett just trying to escape.
Jarrett's also got a great personality.
Yeah.
Always seems smiling. He's talking to people around school. Very likable dude.
Yes.
So still 0-0 here.
Maybe this will be the first match to go in the third period. Till now. Actually, no, I believe one match in the third period, so maybe second. Another escape. 5 seconds left in the period. End of the first period.
This is when that stamina comes in, as you mentioned earlier.
Yeah. Fishburne wants to start down. I believe that was his choice, so wants to start disadvantage. I think he wants to get an escape point here.
Yeah, just get him on the board.
And I believe
Broussard.
he will not get that escape point. Great job by Jarrett there, taking him out of the ring. Sorry.
Beautiful thing about wrestling is there's really no stop to the action. One match is over and you're on to the next. So, hope we keep you guys engaged here today.
Yeah.
Broussard trying to take control. Nice escape there from Fishburne, and
Oh, that's got to
F2.
hurt his shoulder. Looks like the ref's doing some sort of sweeping motion. Don't know what that means, but Now he's slithering around on the ground.
Yep. Thomas, let's get a close up of that ref.
Fishburne hype. Might as well want to turn around and look at that scoreboard. I don't know if I'd be getting that hype.
Yeah, down 39. So.
Yeah, but I mean, great match from Fishburne there. Can't take it away from him. Pin Jarrett. But I mean, all along great.
Now it was an entertaining match.
Yep.
Went wire to wire. So I believe we have Riley Fink up next, committed senior to VMI, wrestling captain, and he's been unstoppable this year. So.
Yeah,
I'm interested to see what he can do today.
That hair's going to be gone next year, I believe, at VMI.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
And the beard.
He's got to enjoy it while he can.
Yeah. I don't know if I'd want to have long hair in wrestling, though. I don't know about you, right, but I don't want to get pulled.
No, I don't blame you. You don't really see that a lot, I feel like. Yeah, quick 2 points there for Fink.
Fink's probably the most accomplished wrestler here. Him or Rogi, Fink. Went to Ironman, I believe, earlier this year, which is an invitational for the top wrestlers in the nation. Didn't do so hot, but just the invites means you're really good. And yeah.
Absolutely. Already seeing him killing it right now.
I believe Fink gave a chapel talk a couple months ago.
Yep.
So, got public speaking and wrestling.
Exactly. It's always good to see the connection between Coach Owen and the staff and his wrestlers. They're always joking around in school, and it's just good to see the connection they built in really only the span of about a year now. With Owen coming in second semester of last year.
Yeah, Riley Fink. I have health one period, and Coach Owens is in there, and Fink's in there about 80% of the time talking to him. So pretty cool to see their connection. And I believe they also wrestle with the wrestlers for practice. So teach them who's dominant, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Fishburne coach getting into it.
Fink going for the shot.
There it is.
Slam.
That's his move. We saw that a few weeks ago in the St. Christopher's Invitational down the field house. Quite the move from Fink there, and it gets the crowd involved. 15 seconds ticking down here. Fink already dominating here on his senior day.
Fink trying to pull him over, get the pin, or maybe some back points. 3 back points for Fink. 7-1 at the end of the first. Fink wants to start neutral.
I would say this wrestling team has probably traveled more miles than any other sport in the school, don't you think? I mean, they're going, like I said, they're playing a national schedule. They're spending the night in like Pennsylvania, and they deserve it. They're a solid team this year, as they typically are, and yeah, they're playing a national schedule. So it's like I don't remember playing Fishburne in any other sport than wrestling.
Yeah, I believe they've gone to Pennsylvania multiple times, Delaware, North Carolina. And the cool thing is JV also travels places. So JV will be in North Carolina one weekend, and same time varsity will be in Maryland wrestling at McDonough. So it's cool to see all the places they travel to go wrestle. Really shows that they're a national contender. Yeah.
And back to the, like you said, national contender, back to Jarrett Broussard. I believe the Saints soccer program, as we said, they won the state championship. I think they finished top 50 in the country. Another impressive feat for Saints athletics, and I don't think they get enough credit for the season they had this year.
Yeah.
Wes Wise.
Led by Wes Wise,
Yeah,
30
yeah.
goals on the year. Wasn't even state player of the year.
I know.
He got robbed on that one, but
Yeah, but I believe he put his word in after. He let him know it was a questionable call. I think everybody at St. Chris agrees with it. But at the end of the day, Saints got a state championship. Collegiate didn't. And just like last night, Saints won, Collegiate didn't. So.
yeah. And I believe Collegiate was trying to do a ring chant. I don't know what that was about, but
No, yeah.
I think with the pin, 6 more points for the Saints. Cade Bridges up next. Big cheer from the crowd. Sorry, not Cade Bridges, Cade Petrus.
Fast start for Petrus. That's a quick 2 for him.
Petrus is in the Glee Club. I don't know if I've ever heard him talk, but he seems like a good kid. Smart, hard worker,
Yep.
obviously a good wrestler.
Yep, silent killer.
4 points for Petrus here.
He's getting the crowd into it, as you can tell. The camera's shaking when he makes a good move. And really, Saints they've taken control early in most of these matches.
Yeah, I think their motto is like get out first and don't look back.
I believe we have another senior, Max Bueno, up next.
Student council president,
Yeah, it's my guy, Max.
right? Next year, maybe.
We'll see. I don't want to speak on it. That's the goal. But Max has done some great work, always active in the community, and I think he's earned the title as student council president. So, also a very great wrestler. I'm excited to see what he can do today.
Yeah, wrestling up against another Fishburne kid, obviously. Looking over this Fishburne dude, he has a tattoo. Not too often you see that at the high school level,
Nope.
so that's cool.
Petrus may be in some trouble here. 2 points. Okay, he's going to take a breath here. Try to reset himself, and he's up. That's a huge move from Petrus. Saints have quite the coaching staff. What is it, 5 people, 6 people?
Yeah, the thing cool about the wrestling is that the coaches are right up on top of them, telling them what to do. They all have their hands on their knees, leaning forward. I think that might be the classic stance for wrestling coach.
Yep.
Petrus will start on the bottom.
Petrus is up. I believe that's a point for him. Yep, he'll get to 5.
Escape point for Petrus. Points for Petrus. And a pin. The crowd is electric here for Petrus with the pin on senior day. Great to see.
Cade Petrus, what a way to show out. Seems like he's got a lot of family here. He'll get 6 points for the Saints.
Giving a little smile back at the crowd.
Very energetic crowd.
Jack Barker congratulating him, captain. Great to see him doing that. Next up, Max Buono, as we said, and the tattooed wrestler for the Fishburne.
Look at Max. As we said, most of these Saints are taking control early. Love to see that. He's already got 2 points. Saints seniors really showing out on their day. And this is just a good showing thus far.
Yeah, showing that this is their day. No one else's win the day mentality. Yeah. Shows how deep this wrestling program is. I believe not many of these seniors, or some of the seniors don't start. Some of them are backups to some younger guys, but those younger guys are really, really good. So
yeah,
great depth in the program. 1 point for Fishburne.
Buono trying to make a big move. That's 2 for him.
Bono's trying to pull him over.
He's got control. Max looking for the pin.
11 seconds left in the first period.
Max will score 3 there for St. Chris. His time's running out here.
I believe this might be the second to last match of this duel.
He's going to get 2 at the buzzer. Max Buono up 8 points right now.
As you can see, I don't know if you can see that, but Liam Johnson is over there, and Coach Owens is showing Max what to do. Put his head down, and I don't understand it, but Max does.
That's the important thing.
Yep. 11-1.
Also a lot of faculty here.
Yeah.
I know it's Mr. Abbott's final home match. So I know he's been involved with the wrestling team. He got recognized on senior day today.
Clellan's here.
Yep.
Coach Jones is here. 2 very important coaches in the St. Chris community.
Totally.
Successful. Yeah.
Bono's got 1 minute and 20 seconds to close this one out. Or no, they got one more period, but to close the second period out.
Yeah, not really the St. Chris thing to go into the third period, so see if we can pin him here. I mean, he'll be fine if he goes in the third period because he's up 11-1. So.
Buono looking for the pin.
Bono's got to have pin him now, but oh, Fishburne's in the bridge. Escape. Near or back points, 3 back points for the Saints. 14-1 now.
Could this be it? Max Buono trying to close it out on his senior day. Three seconds remaining, and that's it. Max Buono, as time expires, is going to get the win on senior day with the pin.
Buzzer beater. Don't see that too often. Here come the heavyweights, Carson Lamb for the Saints. Great personality off the field, well liked, funny. On the St. Chris Student Council Instagram, I believe he's the Between Two Pines spokesman.
Yep, so.
It's pretty cool. Also, lineman for the Saints. So
Just a likable guy. I mean, if y'all are tuned in, I suggest going to the St. Chris Student Council Instagram. You can see Carson interviewing some of our teachers. Just get kind of an insight on what goes on at the school. So,
I believe Mr. Miller and Reverend Omer.
yep, Mr. Tunes coming up, and we'll post that on Wednesday. So, I was behind the scenes. I'm doing all the filming for the series, and Tune interview is the best one to come. So I'm excited about getting that one out.
Hopefully we can see Carson win here on Senior Day.
Yep, that'd be good to see. Max Bueno, as we said, student council president, got it done in the second period.
It appears the Fishburne wrestler has some more weight on Carson. Almost falls over there, trips on his own feet. Gotta watch his feet.
Is that replay worthy? That may be replay.
Yeah, I think it might be replay worthy. Nothing happening so far. Two bigger guys feeling each other out. Trying to spin the other dude.
Time expires through the first period. Not sure if these guys have as much stamina as the other two. You're going to take a look back at that fall. Pop right over.
Yeah, it looked like Anthony Hansen yesterday in the JV basketball game made some guy fall. So those are always cool to see. Breaking ankles,
Yep.
the mat and the court.
Still 0-0 though.
Lamb will start with the advantage. Maybe Fishburne can get some points on the board if he gets an escape here.
Not fully out.
There we go. Oh,
There it is.
he's hosed.
There it is. A smiling Fishburne athlete there.
Staring him down. I don't know if you want to do that.
Again, just take a look at that scoreboard.
Yeah, not hard to miss. And that'll be the end of the first duel. Saints 66, Fishburne 15.
Good showing for them, and we'll be back with the next one. Thanks for tuning in. So we're back here. Saints are not participating in these meets.
Wait, are we live?
So, unfortunately, we don't have rosters for either of these teams, but we'll give it our best shot.
Already 2 forfeits. I don't know who's home and away, but maybe I think green might be home and red might be away, so that makes Peninsula Catholic home. So they have 12 points already. I think Fishburne might have forfeited twice like they did against the Saints.
"15 seconds remaining here.
They started early, so
2 points on the board for Peninsula, I believe.
Very quiet right now.
Yeah,
It's kind of weird to talk. Not many fans, but
yeah, 2 away teams. A lot of parents are here for senior day. Kind of just going to wait it out to the next Saints match after this one.
it's kind of cool if Saints parents cheered, I guess. I don't know.
Let's do some
Whatever they
research.
want to do.
Yeah. So Peninsula Catholic coming from Newport News.
That's probably where they got Peninsula from.
Yeah, good call.
Maybe Catholic.
Yep.
I don't know, throwing that one out there.
Point awarded to Fishburne, or Catholic, I believe. Both coaching staffs are situated on the left side here. Usually one on opposing ends. I guess the Saints just have access to the right side only.
Yeah, looks like the Saints have all their chairs as being the home team. So
I believe we have a guest commentator here, former SID member Gilbert Cooper.
wrestler.
Gilbert, would you like to join the stream? So, Gilbert, welcome in. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Amazing. We appreciate you for joining us.
No problem.
Good showing from Saints. What are your thoughts on that first match from St. Christopher's?
No, it's pretty good. Had the seniors do well,
Yep.
especially Jarrett, Richmond. Jarrett had a hard match, but Richmond did really well.
Yeah, totally. And are you wrestling today or no?
I will not be
Okay, you're just supporting.
supporting.
So Harrison and I were talking about earlier. The squad has gone pretty much all over the East Coast. I mean, do you enjoy playing that national schedule? Is it you can bond with the guys through that, or what are your thoughts on that so far?
Yeah, it's nice. It's good to get out of the state, get competition in other places. You know, there's not a ton of teams in Virginia that can hang with us that well. So whether it's
That's a
Hamilton-
bold statement, Gilbert, but
whether it's Hamilton,
it's not wrong.
a lot of Maryland, North
Yep.
Carolina, Ohio.
So just playing that national schedule, I think, gets y'all out there, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really does. Got national preps in 3 weeks, 4 weeks.
So will the whole team be traveling there, or?
Everyone who places top 4 at states.
Okay.
So hopefully whole team. But not guaranteed there.
Yep. So as you mentioned, Saints seniors looked pretty good today. A lot of pins. I was talking to Harrison about it. Saints pretty much got off to an early start pretty much every match, and I feel like that sealed the deal. What would you say the importance of getting off to a fast start is in a sport like wrestling?
It's just a really good moral boost to know that you have you're kind of in control there. Quick takedown, you can show that you can do it again.
Yep.
Just good to build an early lead.
Totally. Gets the momentum in your favor.
Exactly.
Gilbert, were you in attendance last night at the
I
basketball
was.
game?
I was at the basketball game.
We should have mic'd you up in the student section. I'm sure you were going crazy.
I was going crazy.
Did you enjoy it?
I did.
It was quite the game.
Hard-fought team win.
Yes.
Had me a little scared in the fourth, but
Uh-huh.
pulled it out.
Appreciate all of y'all for tuning in. Saints fans or not, we appreciate any support we can get. So tell your friends that we're streaming because we would love the viewership.
Fishburne Peninsula Catholic, big duel here. These are two teams that could both finish in the top 5 at Visa. So.
Definitely interesting to have this on a neutral site if it's such a big match. I feel like I'm not sure how involved these schools are in their wrestling program, but at least at St. Chris, there's the occasional Benedictine match or really just prep league matchups where the crowd's going to be a factor, especially in a gym like this where it echoes and it can get really loud really easily.
Exactly. Last year's Benedictine duel was quite the atmosphere.
Yep, lights off. Only one light, the spotlight, giving that college vibe to it.
Exactly.
That was a good match.
This match here, the Fishburne kid is ranked number 1 in Visa, and the Peninsula Catholic ranked number 2. So that was a big match in terms of seeding. Upset there.
Stayed classy. I didn't see much celebration. I didn't even realize that. So it's a good win for them.
It is. And here for Peninsula Catholic, we have Luke Murray. Really highly ranked wrestler, just bumped down to 132. He was number 3 in Visa at 138. Will probably end up being number 1 or number 2 at 132 after bumping down. Was a state champ last year at 26 too.
So Gilbert, would you say the Fishburne team kind of held off against the Saints, or what's the deal with I guess their athletes? Did they I feel like it's interesting roster-wise to play back-to-back matchups like this.
It is. Their heavyweight and their 126 are their best 2 wrestlers. Their 126, as I mentioned before he lost that last one, was ranked number 1 at Visa. And their heavyweight was the state champ last year. So those are their 2 strongest, and they've got a few other solid guys in their lineup. So I bet they can make this one work too.
Yep, so did their heavyweight wrestle against the Saints?
Their heavyweight last year or in the duel?
And just now?
Just now, their heavyweight
Who did he go
pinned
against?
Carson.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a pretty close match, but he got the pin at the end.
It is. I mean, I feel like stamina comes a lot more into play with those heavier kids. Just to go into a third period like that, I feel like is pretty difficult unless you're someone like yourself where you have more stamina and you're kind of used to going to that third period.
Doesn't make it any less difficult, but yes.
No, not at all.
Usually heavyweights are pretty gassed by the end of the first.
There's a pin.
Yep. Early scoring from Peninsula Catholic, 21-0 already. But with their best 2 wrestlers already having wrestled, Fishburne could have a chance to get back into this one.
So you mentioned the big meet coming up. Anything else on the schedule that you're looking forward to for the Saints?
We got Benedictine Friday, and then we have Virginia Prep League that Saturday. Hopefully looking to capture number 21 in a row.
So that's a lot of pressure, don't you think?
It is. Although
are you hoping to wrestle in that match, or?
I do not think I'll be wrestling in that tournament.
You're there to support, though.
I will be there to support.
Okay, that's good.
It's going to be at Collegiate. So all you St. Christopher's fans, please
I'll
show up,
you. Yep.
show out. And then we have a week off there. Then right after that, we're into states.
Yeah, so big. I mean, really, not a single event, not a single meet that's unimportant at this point in the season.
Exactly.
It's all out from here. This is when you really got to give that 110%.
Right. Benedictine duel should be a fun one at their place.
Absolutely. I know. Is that in the basketball gym or?
It is.
Yeah. So that environment, if y'all really, I guess, publicize it, that environment should be unreal. It typically has been the same here, but just in that gym specifically, it's really more of an arena.
It's a really nice. Really nice.
So
gym.
if you can get kids out to that one, it would be an incredible match.
It would be. Hopefully a good dominant team performance. Really looking to stick it to them this year.
I believe varsity basketball will host, we'll go away to Benedictine, I believe, next week, I think. And so, yeah, two big Benedictine matchups coming up.
Third matchup of the year for basketball.
Yep. We lost to them in football twice, so trying to get a vengeance in both of these winter sports.
Exactly. I know Carson Lamb and Max Buono are looking for revenge.
Yes, no doubt about that. Five to 1 here in favor of the Knights.
I think that's 7-1 with a takedown. This is Owen Whitehead of Peninsula Catholic. Don't know too much about him, but he's doing well in this match. Facing off against Harrison Fitzgerald of Fishburne.
Gilbert, would you say you're more concerned about that first match or this one coming up against Peninsula?
On paper, Fishburne's better, although I think we're putting up a little bit of a better lineup against Peninsula. I think it should be. I think these two teams are about equal, even though Peninsula Catholic's really putting it to them right now. I think this duel should even up. So it'll be good to see how we do against them.
Totally. So, day-long stream, are you planning on being here for the whole day? 12, 11 to 4?
I have to be here for the whole day. It's going to be, shouldn't be too bad.
Yeah, kind of giving a track vibe to it, just staying here throughout the evening or throughout the...
Better than a normal wrestling tournament where it's 8 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Yeah.
PC extends their lead to 27.
Yeah, Knights are killing it right now. Again, interesting environment here with limited fans from both schools. Really, just the bench comes into play. The students or the athletes themselves just need to give that energy with the absence of fans.
It's like Fishburne's going to be taking a forfeit here. So they'll get on the board with 6. And hope to try to get back into this one. Not too much time left.
So Coach Owen, we talked about earlier with Harrison, he's had a tough job in replacing Coach Tomer. How would you say he's done up to this point this year?
Yeah, I'd say he's done really well. Last year he was the Visa Coach of the Year.
And it's what, first semester, not even first year? Is that true?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So.
But he came into the room last fall, so he's been coaching us for about a year and a half, done really well, implementing his own system.
Is there a noticeable difference between him and Coach Tomer?
I wasn't with Jatomer a ton, maybe 1 or 2 years. But, yeah, I'd say there is. He's a little more focused on more basic technique and just getting really good at it.
Okay.
Than knowing a bunch of moves.
Did you get the chance to talk to Coach Tomer when he came back to Richmond a few weeks ago?
I did talk to him a little bit at that tournament.
It's good to have him back.
It is. It was good to see him. Ooh. Fishburne wrestler looking for a headlock here, and he might get it. And instead, it's going to be 2 for Peninsula Catholic. So he's going to open up scoring.
.25 seconds remaining in the first period here.
Yeah, the Fishburne wrestler is going to really look to get to his feet here. It's going to make things a lot easier moving forward if he can get one. It looks like he's going to be running out of time here.
Just want to give a little PSA. If you're tuned into the stream, please subscribe. Trying to really grow our following by the end of the year, so we appreciate any support we can get.
Got rankings, so let me see this. So Peninsula Catholic here looking to extend their lead in this duel. Really been a dominant performance so far. Fishburne coach does not look too happy. But I'm sure they'll score a little bit more points before this thing is said and done. He's in on a shot here trying to get 2.
That's 1 minute left.
He almost got 2 there, did not. He's going to go for the headlock and will not get it again. All of Peninsula Catholic scoring in this match has been off a botched headlock from the Fishburne kid. I can assure you the coach is not going to be very happy about those 2 headlock attempts as he is put on his back now. And PC picks up another pin to make it 33-6. Fishburne's really got their work cut out for them if they want to get back into this.
Gilbert, are you planning on attending the dance tonight?
I will not be attending the dance tonight.
Why is that? Simply just don't want to?
Yes.
I'll have a talk with Mr. Bono about that one.
Okay, sounds great.
He's not going to approve.
He's not going to approve?
Nah, not at all.
It's unfortunate.
Wait, do you have CPU?
Yeah, I'll get CPU.
And welcome to this matchup between Peninsula Catholic and Fishburne.
He's got CPU. Scooch over a little bit. Yeah, we got a good one going so far for Peninsula Catholic, although Fishburne looks to be trying to get back in it with this match. Already up 2-0. Be looking for a pin.
Nice maneuver there. Oh,
good job by the Peninsula Catholic kid to get out of that. Now Fishburne kid looking to lock up a cradle. He might get it here. Bails on that, but goes immediately to a cow catch. Looks like he's going to get the pin.
he is. That commanding match right there. I think it was looked pretty one-sided to me.
Pretty dominant performance there.
Though I gotta say the two matches in before that one, Peninsula Catholic seemed to be dominating those two. Right off the bat, completely one-sided. Looked like Fishburne didn't even really have a chance in those two before.
Yeah, I mean, that was Fishburne's first real win of the night. The other 6 points came off of a forfeit. So, hard to come by points here for them, but
Yeah, some forfeiting chaos today. Really complicated things, if you will.
Yeah, Fishburne does not have a, I think it's a 106 or 113. So they've been forfeiting early and going down early, which is obviously not helpful.
Saints getting a well-earned breather here.
Yeah, they are.
For gonna have a match in between. Oh, there he goes. Kind of missed that one. Gave the Peninsula Catholic wrestler a little bit of a chance there.
Yeah, the Fishburne kid, lucky to get out there without giving up 2. But
He came out aggressive, and I don't know if that nearly ended pretty badly for him.
this is the wrestler who pinned Jarrett Broussard in the St. Chris duel. It's a pretty tight match until he was able to secure the pin. So we've already seen him in action. This is our first time seeing the PC kid today, though.
He's got Peninsula Catholic kid's got his arm right there. Oh, there we go. All that build up.
This is Gabe Rossi of Peninsula Catholic and Paul McCollum.
Of Fishburne. Oh, there he goes, and that is an
cradle. That's going to be 2, and looking for the pin here.
I think he might be getting it. No,
Oh,
not.
loses the cradle there last second.
Oh, hang on, though. Gets back on top.
He's going to go for another cradle, near side this time.
He's fighting off. Getting awfully close.
He's got to jump hips and bounce him back, but I don't think he has room to do that right on the out-of-bounds line.
Yeah.
He's really working for it, but I think the ref's going to call him out in a second.
Yeah, he's got to be out right there.
There. Ooh, ref still not blowing the whistle. There we go.
A lot of build up and circling in that one, and then the Fishburne wrestler. What'd you say his name was again?
Asher Floyd.
Just kind of took command right there. Floyd's been putting on quite the performance so far today.
He has, and
there he goes again.
Peninsula Catholic kid trying to roll through for a Granby, will not get it. Goes for another one,
There's
still doesn't
Floyd
get
right
it.
there.
And we'll end the
And that was
fight.
all Floyd right there, that entire match.
Peninsula Catholic kid tried to work some Granby rolls there at the end of the period, did not get them. And Floyd will hold on to the 2-0 lead here going into the second. Although if you're Fishburne, you really need bonus points. So pins, tech falls, and major decisions.
And this is Rossi versus Floyd, correct?
It's 165. Oh yeah, Rossi. Because they don't have anyone weighed in at 165. This was a similar theme in the first match when he wrestled against Broussard. But Floyd is not the best at bottom. Oh, here we go. Goes for the reversal. He's going to get it and back point.
Kind of jinked him right there. He came back out there, and that has been, quite the show today from Asher Floyd.
This would be his second reversal to a pin if he can pull it off here.
Yeah, looking pretty good on the bottom now there. Oh, and he's got him. This one's just about over.
This might be it. He's really trying to get that elbow down. PC Kid is fighting for his life. Trust me, that does not feel good. Fishburne Kid really wrenching on that
He's got no chance of getting out there. Oh! A little bit of a struggle there.
Fishburne Kid needs to jump sides and pull him back in.
He's got to try something desperate here. It's not looking good. Trying to use his arm to throw his face off from there. It's not working out for him very well. Nearly got his eye.
Fishburne Kid does have 3 backs waiting for him. He's just going to push out on the shoulder. That's not even a move. He's just going for it.
Effort of dominance right there. I'm making this look effortless. Even looks back to the crowd while he does it. This is looking easy for Asher Floyd today.
Do not think the Peninsula Catholic coach is too thrilled with this performance. Still fighting, though.
Well, this has been a very one-sided affair.
I think the ref's going to have to hit the mat here soon.
And a really big win here for Fishburne, who's been struggling all day. I don't even think that'll be enough with Peninsula Catholic off to such an early roll.
The PC kid will fight off the pin, but it is 7-0 going into the third.
He barely avoided that pin, I'll tell you that.
That he did. He's fighting for his life there.
But again, Peninsula Catholic still in control here for the match as a whole.
If you're Fishburne, you really need a pin here. Get the 6 points and get right back in it. Fishburne does have a very good heavyweight. They're 215. I'm not so sure about how good he is.
You mean Dylan Hoover or Ryan Legg?
Their heavyweight, Saba
Oh, the 285.
Mushkadiani, is ranked #1 in the state for Visa. The 215, Dylan Hoover, ranked #8. So they do have some good kids coming up in a minute.
And they should be up against. I don't know if I could be wrong. I don't know if Peninsula Catholic has the bodies to compete with that.
285.
And they're 215. They have Jack Russick at 199.8.
Looks like they might not be weighing in a heavyweight, which would
I don't know
obviously
if
be
they're
a
going to be able to
forfeit.
compete with Muskid Kadani or Ralston, the other 285s.
True.
They don't have the rest of those. Hoover should have a competition though.
And if Peninsula Catholic is to forfeit that, the score would essentially be 18-33 here. So this duel is far from over, especially if Fishburne was able to pull this one off.
What's the way Floyd dominated early? I mean,
Now, the Fishburne kid put in a half here. This might be trouble for him. Ooh. If the Fishburne kid can get one more point, it would be a major decision for him, resulting in 14 points instead of 3. But he's put on his back. Will not be any points.
And what a comeback. I believe that's going to be from Gabe Rossi.
Be no points for Peninsula Catholic.
Dominated early.
But that is a good sign. Still 7-0 here. Just wasn't able to secure 2 back flips.
Rossi, you gotta love that. The way he was getting absolutely killed early on, and he has been fighting back here. You gotta love it. I don't think it's going to be enough to win him this match, but it certainly makes it a lot more respectable.
Fishburne needs to get up here if they want that extra team point. Only up 7. You need 8 for a major.
Oh!
That might be. He's working for 2 here.
And Rossi stays back on top.
Peninsula Catholic kid has double boots in, which is not a good sign if you're Fishburne working for that half. Fishburne kid needs to get his hips up and shake off the Peninsula Catholic kid. He's trying to do just that.
Oh, what a...
And it won't be anything.
No.
Still fighting here.
Holding on right there. That was a desperate attempt from Floyd, and it's not going to work.
Fishburne
and Rossi has been exceptional in the second half of this match.
He has, but Fishburne just needs one more point for a major decision. It does not look like they're going to get it, so this will go in the books as a minor, and it will be 15-33 Peninsula Catholic.
Excellent job from Rossi right there. Nearly was pinned and held it only to a minor decision. That's a lot of dedication right there, a lot of heart.
It is. It's a good fight by him. Asher gets the win, little smirk to his bench.
Quite cocky after he nearly had that one in the wraps and let Rossi get back in there.
Yeah, I'm not sure if this is going to be a forfeit, it looks like. And that will make it 21-33. So here we go, 2:15.
Yeah, we know for a fact Peninsula Catholic does not have a 285, so they're going to have to forfeit that one. They have a 215.
So let's call it 27-33, because this is the 2:15 match. So if Fishburne is able to work a pin here, they can get a tie. But even if they get a tie, I think the duel will still go to Peninsula Catholic on criteria. If a tie happens in a wrestling duel, whoever won more matches takes it. So we'll see if he's able to get a pin, but it doesn't matter if he doesn't get a pin.
And I believe this should be Dylan Hoover, correct? The number 8 wrestler in the state?
Oh, yes, this will be Dylan Hoover. And he puts the kid on his back immediately. He is going for that pin.
Rusak weighs at least about 20 pounds less than Hoover. Hoover weighs a solid 213. Rusak weighs 190.
And the reversal.
Oh, and Rusak.
And he could ice it here for Peninsula Catholic.
Pulling up the upset.
This will
Jack
be
Rusak weighing about 15 pounds less than Dylan Hoover, and he has got him in a tight situation right there.
This could ice it here. He gets a pin. Peninsula Catholic wins. He doesn't even need a pin. He just needs to win the match.
And Jack Rusak looking for the upset here.
Hoover really trying to get back into this one, but it looks like that's a pin, and it will be.
And the upset from Jack Rusak.
Peninsula Catholic will take the duel. This heavyweight match is, these next two matches are just going to be extracurricular.
Big time win from Jack Rusak right there. And against Dylan Hoover, is a wrestler with as much pedigree as him, and to come in there weighing about 15 pounds less than your opponent and to absolutely dominate that matchup, coming in as the underdog, pretty impressive, and just, again, secured your school of the duel. It's got to be pretty impressive. Got to be feeling pretty good for Jack Rusak right now.
Yep. Now, if you're Fishburne, you do still want to win these two, end the duel on a high note. You don't want to go out losing these last two. And that's going to be a pin off the bat. Wow, 12 seconds.
That may have been Hoover. They had two 215s. We're sorry. They didn't specify which one is which. But that was either Ibarra from Peninsula Catholic, and that could have been for, let me see, for Fishburne, that would have been either, that could have been Ryan Legg. Sorry, that was Ryan Legg. But Jack Rusak still pulling off the upset. That was definitely the highlight of the night. Sorry, of the afternoon so far.
That or the 126 match where number 2 of Peninsula Catholic took out the number 1 Ryan Barone of Fishburne. And that will end that duel 33-39.
Good job from Peninsula Catholic today. Even though they had to forfeit a few, didn't have the personnel, but the guys they had out there did quite well.
Peninsula Catholic ranked outside of the top 5 in Visa, which is essentially unranked. It does pull the upset over number 4 Fishburne. So now they'll go to face the Saints here in the last duel of the afternoon.
Great job. But how did the Saints do this morning?
Pretty well. You know, it was a good duel. Able to pretty much cruise control over Fishburne. 66-15. Seniors were able to get some wins. Really hard-fought match on 126. Ryan Barone took that over Miles Henson 7-3, but it was a battle. Cade Petrus had a great performance. Max Buono absolutely torched his kid. It was a good start for the Saints here. They gotta get another one though. Now the duel is scheduled for 3. So they might wait until then, although I highly doubt it, being that it's only 1:43. Probably going to be a little bit of a break, maybe 10 minutes, and then we'll get back into it.
So, Peninsula Catholic team that is understaffed, they do have the lighter weights taken care of, where they really don't have it. They had no one to compete with like the 285s of Fishburne, but they do have the guys to match up with the Saints, smaller weights, and Jack Parker, Charlie Hudson, and a whole load of others.
Caleb Haney, I think Fishburne, Peninsula Catholic did weigh in at 106, so Caleb Haney will get the day started there. And then we'll see a forfeit for Drew Rogie. Then it'll be Jack Parker versus Jacob Stewart. That's a number 1 versus number 2 in Visa there. So that's a high-profile match. Jack Parker, number 1.
Jack Parker weighing 2 more pounds than Stewart there.
Could play a difference, although.
It's such a small weight.
Yeah,
differential.
I mean, they've also eaten some food since weigh-in, so yeah. Who knows? But that's that match and the 132 match are probably going to be the high-profile matches of this duel per se. Number 1 versus number 2 on 120, and Walker Turley, the freshman for St. Chris, will be wrestling at 132 against Luke Murray of Peninsula Catholic. Walker ranked number 2 at 132. Luca Murray was number 3 at 138, but since he's bumped down, I assume whoever wins this match will be the number 2 ranked 132. So that's a very high-profile match as well.
Yeah, Peninsula Catholic for an unranked team put on quite the show.
They've got some good kids.
Yeah, they may not have the depth, I'd tell you that. They're a very small team, but the guys they put on the floor tonight just absolutely dominated. Unfortunately, that last match did not go their way, and it was a very, very quick pin. The match pretty much started, and
although if you're Peninsula Catholic, I'm not sure you're too worried about that. That 215 didn't look like he had been wrestling for too long, so.
No, and I could have been wrong, folks. Ibarra might have been the person who pulled up the upset over Hoover, while Rusak's the guy who got pinned very quickly.
That could be.
I will rephrase that and say what a great job from Edgar Ibarra to pull off the upset over Hoover.
Yeah, so at 106, we're going to be getting started with number 1 in Visa, number 5 overall in Virginia, Caleb Haney. And he'll be taking on the number 4 Gannon Daly of Peninsula Catholic. So a potential semifinal matchup here in terms of the state tournament.
We're going to be in for a treat this afternoon, I think. The Saints felt pretty confident. I spoke with some of the wrestlers that they can get the job done today. The Peninsula Catholic put on quite the show, and you got to respect that and know that these guys are clearly very capable.
One thing about Peninsula Catholic that's interesting, as you can see, the captains are shaking hands. Luke Murray, the captain for Peninsula Catholic, is only a sophomore. He was also the captain last year as a freshman.
You got to have quite the leadership skills, and just a freshman to take over and lead your school.
Yes, you do.
Yeah. And what's Luke Murray ranked in Visa?
So he was number 3 at 138, but he has since bumped down. So there hasn't been a ranking that has come out since he's bumped down. I assume whoever wins the Walker Turley Luke Murray match will be ranked number 2, and whoever loses will be ranked number 3. That's how it's probably going to play out.
And you got to know how talented Luke Murray's got to be to just be a captain of your already pretty talented Peninsula Catholic squad. It's just a sophomore.
Right. All right, so number 1 Caleb Payne versus number 4 Gannon Daly, it looks like here.
Haney's got the height advantage here.
Yeah, Gannon Daly looks pretty small. Caleb Haney does cut a little bit, but Gannon Daly looks very small.
Got to be 4 for a reason, though.
Yeah.
Oh, but Haney gets off to a good start early.
Daly in on a shot. Haney trying to fight him off. Well, looking for a cradle. He might get it. He's going for it. He's got 2. And he's going to get the cradle. Looking for the first period fall.
And he might have it.
Saints looking to open this one up 6-0. And the pin.
He got him.
Pin is called. Saints go up 6-0. So Peninsula Catholic looks like they might be putting out a 113. Or is that the 120 just waiting? That is the 120 just waiting. So Drew Ruggie will take a forfeit and make it 12-0 as we look for a number 1 versus number 2 matchup with Jack Parker coming in at number 1. Peninsula Catholic wrestler coming in number 2.
You got to be frustrated if your opponent isn't able to put up someone to wrestle against you. You know, you want that opportunity to probably be out there and compete.
Yeah, Drew will not get a match today after having to cut weight to make weight, so that is unfortunate. But probably looking forward to Friday against Benedictine because we do know that they have a 113.
Stewart.
Parker in on a shot, looking to get 2 here.
Stewart of Peninsula Catholic up against.
He will get 2 and in on the Turk. He will lose the Turk though, so just 2 for now for Jack Parker.
Jack Parker dominating this one. Oh, he's got him. Very tough spot to be in if you are Jacob Stewart right now.
Jack Parker with a bar and a half. He's going to look to pull him back in bounds. He's got the arm bar in pretty deep, it looks like. And he's going to look for a stack half.
Stewart's just trying to move out of desperation here. Jack Parker's just clearly dominating this one. Oh, but Stewart manages to get out of that one for a second, and then Jack Parker is back on.
Jack Parker might look for a tilt here. He has the 2-on-1, lost it, but still. Stewart reaching back, interesting there. Most wrestling coaches will tell you never to do that.
And it didn't work out for him either.
No, it did not, and Jack back in on that bar and half. He's gonna try to hop sides and try to stick him here.
And Stewart has looked a little outclassed here. Jack Parker has been in complete control.
Jack Parker, the defending state runner-up at 113, an NHSCA All-American, and a Franklin and Marshall commit. Very good resume for the senior on his senior day. His first match of the day. He's going to go for a rebar tilt. Does not look like he'll get any backs, and will end the first period 2-0. Good performance from him, though.
Quite good performance. Stewart got lucky to get away there, I think, from without avoiding a pin the way Jack Parker just dominated that the entirety of that matchup.
Jack Parker's going to pick bottom, try to get an escape, and go up 3-0. Stewart looking for a power half. Now jumping to a cradle. Highly doubt Jack Parker's going to let him get a cradle.
I don't think he is, but he's grabbing his face almost to a point that haven't seen that one.
He's looking for a power half here.
Parker fighting back.
It's going to be a potentially dangerous call. No points and a reset on bottom.
Yeah, he had his face in a pretty weird position right there.
Good mat return there from Stewart. Parker looking right back up. Stewart's going to go for a cradle. Does not get it, but still has that leg.
Jack Parker's face has been through a workload today. Stewart putting Parker in a tough position now, taking the second part of this matchup. Parker fighting, getting a little more leeway, slowly getting more leeway.
Stewart really working for that cradle.
Yeah,
right to a crossface. That does not feel good if you're Jack Parker.
Yeah, that's been the maneuver for Stewart so far today.
So this is really a preview of the Visa State Championship. Parker trying to get one here.
Stewart drives him.
Parker in on a whizzer. He's going to try to use that. He's in good position.
Parker trying to escape. He's got his leg. Quite the matchup. Oh, and Parker almost baits him.
Parker looking for two now, not even going for the escape. He's just trying to get a reversal. Stewart really holding on to that leg, trying to get a stalemate call.
Been a little unorthodox match. Stewart came out in the second matchup with an interesting strategy. And it worked for him initially at least, but I think Parker seemed to kind of recapture the momentum.
Jack going for 3/4 half. Gets the reversal, so it is now 4-0. He's going to be looking for backs with this power half. So he's just going to ride out this period, it looks like. So heading into the third is going to be Jack Parker 4, Stewart 0.
Good show from Jack Parker right there. Stewart came out though in that second period, looking a lot better than he did in the first. Came out with an interesting strategy, to say the least. Came after Jack Parker's face in particular.
Jack Parker really good on top, trying to keep him down here. Hopefully get some back points.
I think he's off to a pretty good start there. And Stewart fights out of it a little bit.
Stewart's looking to knee slide and get up here. He will get the
Flips
one.
over, but Jack's ready for him.
So it's now 4-1 there on the escape from Stewart. Parker looking to extend his lead on the shot. Will not get it. We'll get two there, though, on the reversal. 6-1 for the senior. Make that 6-2. Stewart in on a shot. Parker trying to fight it off with a leg whizzer.
Stewart's got Parker's leg. That could be critical. Parker tries to try anything really fancy.
Even if Stewart gets the takedown here, it's going to be a tall task trying to come back in this match with 50 seconds left, down 4. If you get the takedown, you essentially need to get immediate back points or let him up and try to get another one. It's going to be a stalemate call. And we're going to be back in neutral here, still 6-2.
Stewart's done a good job in the second half of this match, fighting back in. Started out as a pretty early, decisive start from Jack Parker. Stewart's kind of clawed back into this one.
And it is going to be another takedown for Parker, making it 8-2. Jack needs 2 more for a major decision. So he's going to go for that. Running out of time, though. Looks like he's just going to hold him off here. And Jack Parker takes the match 8-2, extending the Saints lead to 15-0.
Can't earn the major decision there, though, unfortunately.
So now we have a pretty high caliber match.
That last matchup looked pretty high caliber to me.
This is between the number 2, although I assume will be number 1 when the next rankings come out.
Thomas Montgomery.
Thomas Montgomery. Peninsula Catholic taking on number 3, Charlie Hudson. If Charlie Hudson wins this, he could be looking at being number 1 in the state come the 30th. Montgomery on a pretty good shot.
He's got Hudson's leg, got his leg there. Hudson fighting to free it. Hudson on top there.
Hudson trying to square up here. Really trying to stuff Montgomery's head down. Hudson really been fighting off this shot. It's been about 30 seconds in it already. The ref will call a stalemate. We'll go back to neutral with 1 minute and 2 to go in the first.
Issue here if you're Peninsula Catholic is you need to start winning matches, especially when you don't have the deep personnel and you're going to have to forfeit a few. You've already forfeited 1.
Yeah.
You got to start winning some of these if you're Peninsula.
It is important to note that Mitchell Faglione for the Saints, one of the best wrestlers for St. Chris, is out with an injured leg. The Saints have been able to put in Richmond Southall and keep a 14-man lineup. Hudson's trying to score 2 here, but Montgomery holding on for dear life.
Got his leg rather on his head there. A little awkward position from Hudson.
It's going to be another stalemate, so with 8.6 to go. Deadlocked at 0-0.
Hudson nearly had himself in a dangerous position there. He looked a little off balance for part of there. Montgomery drives. Too late. Pretty evenly matched bout so far.
Yeah, 0-0. Montgomery going to look to get an escape here and go up 1-0. Hudson puts him into a crab ride. He's looking for a half. And Montgomery fights off the wrist. The ref talking to Montgomery, telling him to improve position or else he's going to call stalling, which would not be helpful in a close match like this. Hudson sits him back down.
There we go.
To stay
Hudson's
on top.
got him right on his legs.
So Hudson will stay on top. Trying to work some points here. Or more importantly, trying to keep Montgomery down. If you go into the third, still tied 0-0, it'll be very helpful for Hudson. An escape would give him the lead with very little time left. 50 seconds now for Montgomery to get up. Hudson's doing a really good job of using pressure and keeping Montgomery down. He's going to go to a spiral ride. Coaching staff for St. Chris really getting into this one. I'm surprised there hasn't been a stall call yet on Montgomery. Ref looks like he's thinking about it, though.
Yeah, Hudson comfortably on top here. Maybe not showing up in the scoring column here, but
yeah, Hudson only got into his feet once. Montgomery's only gotten to his feet once, and Hudson was able to mat return him and keep it at 0-0. If he can hold off for these next 6 seconds, it'll be a very good performance from Hudson this period. And he's in a good position going into the third.
And a draw here for St. Chris, right? You come out here, and you even lose on a minor decision. And you're Peninsula Catholic, and you don't have the depth. Because you're going to have to forfeit a few. Like, that still nets out as a positive for St. Chris. Peninsula Catholic needs wins, and they need them desperately.
Hudson on a single leg. He's looking to get 2 here, not just 1. Coach is yelling at him to get 1. But that might be harder said than done. Or easier said than done, my bad. It'll be 1 point for Charlie Hudson on a potentially dangerous call. And they will be put into neutral. Hudson right in on a shot. In the same position, looking to finish this single. Even if he can't, still
that
running
leg
clock.
is wrapped in a not good spot for Montgomery. Trying to wrap around his head there.
Montgomery holding on to Hudson's ankles for dear life. Montgomery looking for 2 now. But Hudson's still in on the leg.
There, nearly caught him in the face with the leg.
And that's gonna be 2. Hudson takes a 3-0 lead over the #1 ranked Visa wrestler. Or who will be the #1 ranked Visa wrestler. Although, not so sure about that anymore if Hudson's able to win this.
Oh, there he goes. Hudson again.
Montgomery really can't get anything going on bottom, and is right as I say that. Almost gets one there.
Keep in mind, though, what Montgomery doesn't have is the freshness that the Saints have.
It's true,
right?
he did.
He got a little bit of a
he
gap.
did just wrestle a really hard 6-minute match. Not too long ago, so. But Hudson trying to just hold on here. 12 seconds left. And the odds are looking in his favor.
And a comfortable victory, I'd say, from Charlie Hudson right there. I'd say Montgomery tried to do a lot of fancy things, but he never really.
And Charlie Hudson could be the #1 ranked wrestler come the next rankings.
Yeah.
And now we have our main event here in this duel, really. Walker Turley versus Luke Murray. Probably the most hyped match in this duel.
Yeah, Hudson had complete control in that last one.
Yeah, Hudson able to shut out a very talented wrestler.
I mean, Montgomery may have been tired, but either way, that doesn't excuse the way that match went. I mean, it was. The scoreboard did not indicate how dominant Hudson was in that matchup.
Luke Murray starting off very fast.
The sophomore
Walker
captain.
Turley, Luke Murray gets a body lock and will go up 4-0.
Impressive move. You can tell why he's a captain as a sophomore.
Yeah.
Quite talented.
Walker Turley does have time here to get back into this one.
Oh, and he's got that arm wrapped up.
Looking for a half Nelson. Turley looking to fight it off.
And I don't think that's going to work out for him. Luke Murray. Still comfortably on top here.
If Walker can get one here, that'd be very helpful. Gonna go for a Granby roll, almost pulls it off.
Not quite.
But right back on bottom. Looking for one here. Or trying to draw a stall call. And it will be stalling on Luke Murray.
No, that was...
And Hudson, with a reversal, makes it 2-4.
Oh! Oh!
Gets Luke Murray airborne.
And way to battle back from Walker Turley. And he caught Luke Murray off guard there. I don't think... But it seemed to start out as a pretty comfortable start from Luke Murray.
And now Turley in on
Turley,
legs.
yeah, got much more comfortable towards the
It's
end.
going to be potentially dangerous, so they'll go right back down. Luke Murray, the defending state champ at 126
Oh,
pounds.
and another basically body slam right there
Yeah, really good mat return there from Turley.
from Walker Turley. Oh, and now Murray throws Turley off of him.
Murray tries to go for a Granby, doesn't
No,
get
and
it.
Turley,
And Turley right back on top.
a lot of airborne in this fight.
The ref will call it out of bounds. And Walker Turley would try to ride out Luke Murray for the rest of this period. Just 9 seconds remaining.
And Turley's been quite aggressive here in this first period. After Murray got off to, say, a hot start, Turley body slammed him basically twice.
Yeah.
And he caught Luke Murray off guard at both. I don't think he was expecting that.
It'll be another potentially dangerous call. And we're going to go right back with 1 second left. Heading into the second, Luke Murray holds a narrow 4-2 lead. Walker picks bottom. He'll try to get one here, make it 4-3.
And again, if you're a Peninsula Catholic, you desperately need this one. This is your guy. This is your captain. If you're going to win one today, it's going to be this one because you have your guy. This is the person that you want on the mat.
Precisely.
He needs a pin here if you're Luke Murray.
The pin might be hard to come by, but a win
It definitely is the way
be
Walker
good.
Turley's coming out here.
Walker Turley, just a freshman. His brother Jackson Turley, one of the best wrestlers in St. Chris history, currently wrestles at Rutgers. He's a national champion for the Saints when he was in his high school days. And Walker,
Ooh. Sort of flipped over there by Murray.
Murray will get 2, making it 6-3. Still just a 3-point match. All right, it's 6-4. Turley in deep on a headlock will not get it, but he's going in deep on the leg now. He's going to try to double off, get 2. Nothing. Murray into a front headlock.
Oh, what a
Walker
move
Turley
from
gets 2
Turley.
and ties the match at 6.
What a move. Just when you thought Murray was going to retake control of that match, Walker Turley comes out.
Saints bench getting into this one. Coaching staff all leaning forward too. Turley has scored 6 of the last 8 points in this one.
You cannot afford this if you're Peninsula Catholic.
Oh, Turley also in deep. Gonna look for backs. Will not get them, and we will go to the third deadlocked at 6. I'm assuming Luke Murray's gonna take bottom, try to get an escape. Peninsula Catholic coach seems a little aggravated, asking Luke if he can even get out. We're gonna get blood time here. Luke Murray has a bloody nose.
He raises a good point the way
Yeah.
Turley's been fighting. Luke Murray all of that, the sophomore captain, their guy, if you will, has been in a stalemate with Walker Turley, and as of the latter part of this matchup, it's been all Turley.
And another double there will go out of bounds. Although neither of these guys seem tired. They are both still in this, still ready to go.
And Murray was nearly in trouble there too. Another near body slam.
Oh, Murray. Murray gonna pick up 2, make it 6-8. Now Walker on bottom. Murray does have a cradle locked up. That could be dangerous. Although Walker Turley is a fighter and will not let him get that cradle for nothing. And he will get one. And right into him. Murray on a shot. Turley gonna try to fight it off.
Murray really tried to flip him like how Turley been flipping him earlier.
That's going to be 2 for Peninsula Catholic and maybe back points, which you do not want to see if you're Walker Turley.
You know, if you're Walker Turley, and even if you lose this one, you got to be proud of the showing you put up today. You're going up against Peninsula Catholic's #1 wrestler, and you are putting up quite a show.
Turley's still really wanting to win this one, though. Cannot be satisfied here. He has to get up and get going. Murray in deep on a half. Walker up to his feet. You could see a stall call on Murray. It's going to be 1 for Turley. And the clock will stop, so Walker can adjust his headgear.
And you're exactly right. If you're Turley, you want to come. You obviously want to come away with the victory here, and it would only be worse, right? You're going up against their guy. You come out, you pull the upset. It's so
still losing.
So
you still got to get this one, though.
Yeah.
He's going for 2 here. He could get it. 16 seconds left for the freshman to get 2. Not in the best position, but also he's going to try to roll him through. Will not get anything. And that might be the end of this match. 10-8 your final score from this one. And Peninsula Catholic gets on the board.
Yeah.
18-3.
Again, both these guys, you're right. If you're Turley, you're not satisfied. But, of course, obviously, you want to win. But at the same time, for the Saints, you just held off their best guy from getting a major decision or a decisive pin. And that, arguably, with the lack of depth that Peninsula Catholic has, and particularly absence of 285s, you're going to have to forfeit a few.
So, yeah, Southall just took a forfeit.
Yeah.
So we'll move to 144. Let's see Cale Rogie in action.
That just makes it very difficult for Peninsula Catholic to come back and win this one.
Cale Rogie ranked #1 at 138. So he is bumped up for this one.
And he'll be going up against Owen Whitehead.
The unranked 144. I think Cale Rogie in immediately. Going to be 2-0, just 3 seconds in. And Rogie will cut him, making it 2-1.
Oh, correction, this could be Carl Lewis. It's either Whitehead or Lewis. I'm not quite sure.
A 4-1 for Rogie. We got 4-2 on another cut. It's 6-2. So already 30 seconds in, 8 points have been scored. Quick, dominant performance so far from Rogie.
Off to a great start there. Cale Rogie. Back to that last match. Both guys, you gotta be feeling. If you're Murray, you wanted more, you wanted the win, and if you're Turley, that upset was so close, and on the brink of a victory there.
And Rogie will put him on his back, and looks like he's gonna pick up a fall here, making it 30-3 the Saints.
And a quick victory.
And setting us up for 150 where Tyler Hood,
Rogie.
the Saints' usual 144, will take on
Should be either Lewis or
Perdelli. Tyler Hood, the #1 ranked 144 in Visa, #2 ranked 144 in the entire state.
About to see why here.
in a little bit of danger early, but he works out of it, and he's going to try to go for, get the 2 there. This is Carl. Turn him up, yo. And on his back now, looking for the fall. Doesn't get it, but will get back points.
In an awkward position.
Extremely.
If you're Lewis, I believe at least.
Now make it 5-0. Well, Lewis does get up. It'll be 5-1. Maybe not.
No, might have been.
Oh, the ref does give the escape, but it will be 5-1. Hoodin on another shot. We'll get the...
That was a questionable move right there from as a Catholic wrestler. Put himself in a very exposed position right there. There's a lot of different stuff that
Hood will get the 2 there, making it 7-1.
that Hood could have done there.
And we'll get some back points. Ref giving him swipes.
When you're facing as capable of a wrestler as Hood, you can't make a lot of mistakes, or if any. And he just left him he left himself completely vulnerable.
Tyler Hood going for a bundle. Lost it. Back in on it, though, and it will be 10-1 now. High scoring first period for the sophomore Tyler Hood.
And a decisive one, too.
Yeah, Tyler Hood, another wrestler with a very good older brother who wrestled at St. Chris. Tanner Hood also wrestled at Brown University.
St. Chris is quite the wrestling program.
Yeah, you can see the state championship banner sitting right behind us. Hood going for a pin here. He might get it with 2 seconds left. Will not, and it will be 13-1. 13 points in the first period for Tyler Hood, though. Can't get much better than that.
No, and he nearly had that pin at the end of that match. Sorry, at the end of that period.
So Peninsula Catholic. Carl takes,
And he
and
is
there
immediately
it is, 15-1. One more point for a tech fall if you're Hood, so you got to get a pin here if you want the 16 points. He might just get the 2 here and end the match. I don't think it'll matter too much in terms of who's going to win the duel.
No, this duel might already be decided with the lack of depth and the inability of Luke Murray to get the win over, the decisive victory, or major victory, or pin, or anything like that against Walter Perry.
All right, and this will be the match here, whether the kid gets up or not, and that will be it. A 17-1 tech fall will make it 35-3 in favor of the Saints. So now you have Liam Johnson, the freshman for St. Chris, coming up. Looks like he will be facing...
Should be facing Givon Perdelli.
Or Gabe Rossi.
I think it's Perdelli. I think
It
this
is?
actually
Okay.
Perdelli. And that should have been Lewis before then.
Liam Johnson did take a second period fall in his first match, getting a pin, and what was a pretty close match. But he was able to secure the fall in the second. Already in here on a front headlock. We'll lose that pretty quickly, though. Into another front headlock. Let's see if we can do something with it this time. And once again, we'll lose it. Still a good start from Johnson. Into the third front headlock. In a little bit better position. Still searching for his first points, though.
Approaches him, got him right there. If you're Perdelli, probably the best position Perdelli's been in all night. Or sorry, all afternoon when it comes to this matchup at least.
Liam Johnson just returning a couple weeks ago from an ACL tear, as you can see on the left knee there. He'll pick up 2 early. Going for a cradle. He's going to get it. Looking for a fall. He's getting back points at the very least.
Yeah, he's got Perdelli in a pretty much.
That right shoulder, though, still up. He's tapping. He's tapping out.
Yep.
Wow.
And a decisive, I believe that's a pin, right?
It is a pin.
That's a pin from
Liam Johnson.
Over
Make it
Pinelli.
41-3, heading into the 165 match. We have Eric Pendlebury, another freshman for the Saints.
And this should be Gabe Rossi.
And this should be Gabe Rossi, that's correct. Good pin there from Liam Johnson. Really able to stick it to him with that bundle. That was tight. Did not feel good for PC. Eric Pendlebury, one of 3 St. Christopher's wrestlers who regularly wrestle at 165.
A younger brother of Luke Pendlebury, Saint Star offensive tackle.
Exactly. You can usually see a mixture of Eric, Jarrett Broussard, and E.J. Seward at 165. Going for a shot. Does not look like he's going to get it. Going for another one. And a little bit tighter on this one. Peninsula Catholic kid chasing 2. Almost there. Eric needs to hold on to that leg.
Yeah, Rossi pulled off the a decisive win against Fishburne.
Pendlebury really looking for 2 here. Not in great position. Ref could be calling a stalemate here. So he's going to watch a little bit longer. Eric needs to score here. Ref is about to call a stalemate. That's going to be 2. Oh, will not be. Ref calls him out of bounds, so they will go right back to the middle. That was a strong effort, though, from the freshman.
This is the heart of the Peninsula Catholic team. This is where I think, other than Murray, they have their strongest performers. Rossi, Grime, and Ibarra. Quite the formidable group. Helped in their victory over Fishburne quite significantly.
It's at the end of the first, still deadlocked 0-0.
Yeah, I felt like Rossi was in control there. Pendlebury got off to, I think, what was a good start, and I think Rossi kind of took command as the first period went on.
Pendlebury defers. He actually will not defer. He will take bottom. So trying to get up here and take a 1-0 lead. Up to his feet. Not out yet. Could be a stall call on Rossi coming pretty soon. Pendlebury cut away really slow, but he will get one.
He does get the escape point. Hard-fought escape point, though.
Eric able to catch the leg at the last second. It could have been dangerous for him if he didn't.
And I don't think that's
And right back into that position.
Oh.
Well, Eric will get 2 and take it 3-0. Make it 3-0.
Kind of slithered back in position there. Rossi, I think, thought he had the favorable spot. Pendlebury kind of broke free and then just dove on top of him. And worked quite well for him. Now got a 3-0 lead over Rossi.
Pendlebury looking for a cradle. Gives up on it, but right back to a chop. Flattens out Rossi.
Rossi looking to get out of this, but Pendlebury now taking command here in the second period.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see a stall call on Rossi soon. Hasn't done much on bottom. But this ref has not been calling stalls too frequently. There was a stall call there against Rossi. One more of those, and it's a point for Eric.
And I think he's going to be getting that other one because Rossi has simply just not been able to really move out of this.
And Eric will end the second on top, 3-0.
Rossi lucky to even just get away from that match. I think the way that second period played out, it was very decisive for Pendlebury. While the 0-0 deadlock in the first period, Rossi felt like he had all the momentum and control. Pendlebury quickly just took over in the second period.
So Rossi does have 2 minutes here to try to score 3. Might be a tall task. He looks quite tired. Pretty lazy shot there from him.
And again, Peninsula Catholic at the disadvantage of not having a
full team.
Yeah.
Full
Well, not only full team, but also not really getting to breathe. The Saints are fresh. They're not. They just played against Fishburne in a hard-fought yet decisive win, or relatively. No, it was kind of close because of the forfeits, but their guys kind of crushed.
Yeah, the
Fishburne's.
matches that actually happened. I think Fishburne only won 2. I think the other 12 points were forfeits. So Eric takes a 5-0 lead. Could be looking for 3 points here. I'm surprised there hasn't been another stall call because Rossi's just sitting there.
He's out of gas. And it's clear that's the fatigue that kicked in from match against Fishburne.
Pendlebury in on a bar. Let's see what he can do with it. Might jump to a cradle. Rossi's leg is in pretty dangerous position. That right leg. Drops back down, but Pendlebury still on the bar. Really trying to run that. And Rossi's face has just been flat in the mat this whole match. Saints looking for an extra point win here. Probably might get it here. 15 remaining. He's really running that bar. Almost had it there, lost it. And this match might end 5-0.
It's going to.
It will.
Time's going to expire. 5-0 win from Pendlebury over Rossi.
Saints make it 44-3. And it looks like E.J. Seward, who usually wrestles 165, will be taking the mat for the Saints instead of Riley Fink.
Giving Fink, you want to give Fink the breather here.
You do.
If you're the Saints, you know that Peninsula Catholic can't climb back in this, especially with the few forfeits they're going to be taking at the heavier weights. Will Grime will match up against E.J. Seward, a talented junior football linebacker.
Yeah, E.J. in his second year of wrestling has done a pretty good job. Very hard worker in the practice
Yeah,
room.
someone on his team. He's a great teammate, great guy, and carries that momentum onto the wrestling team.
Exactly.
A hand fighting there between the two guys. Sort of like the calm before the storm here.
Yeah. Still deadlocked at 0.
And no one even really been on the ground. It's been all sort of this hand checking, seeing sort of waiting for someone to slip up and give a position.
E.J. attempts the double. Grimes able to fight it off. Going for a headlock now. Will not get it, and E.J. will take a 2-0 lead.
And what a move from E.J. Seward right there.
Yeah, the
And
Grimes really went for that headlock.
He nearly just got him around the waist and threw him back down.
He did. So now 2-1 for the junior. Good shot
Seward.
defense there from E.J.
Yeah, Rossi came off, I remember in the previous match, Rossi came off of the match against Asher Floyd and lost to the talented Fishburne wrestler. He was out of gas in that previous one because he fought with everything he had to even just keep that one remotely close.
EJ typically a 165, doing quite well in this match. A weight class up. Takes a 2-1 lead into the second.
Grimes was a 174 to EJ Seward's 164, so 10-pound differential in weight. Grimes got the weight advantage, but that'll give EJ probably a little, especially with the speed that he's acquired from all of his hard work in both football and wrestling. He's got himself a whole heck of a lot faster.
Caution on Seward. 2 more of those, and there'll be a point for Grimes. Might be a stall call here on Seward, unable to return him. And it will probably be a stall call. There it is.
EJ Seward in clear command here.
EJ will choose to stand up Grimes and make it 2-2 in hopes of getting a takedown. Looks like Lance Clellan will be taking the mat for the Saints at 2:15 in the next match, in lieu of Max Bono. Although I do not think the Peninsula Catholic 215 is too strong, so.
Well, you might want to hold that one. Remember, Edgar Ibarra is fresh off an upset over. Yeah, Ibarra might not be playing. Made a good point there. I don't know if Ibarra looks to be suiting up for the next matchup, while Rusak is in the corner after his decisive pin, decisively getting pinned against Fishburne. So I know for a fact he's their heaviest weight. So it'll be interesting to see if they even suffer an extra forfeit.
Yeah, I mean, it will be a forfeit at heavyweight. So in all essentiality, the score is 50-3. As Grimes gets 2 to take a 4-2 lead.
Grimes kind of came back here on Seward.
Yeah. I think EJ does have the decision here. I think he'll take bottom. Try to get back into this one.
Still a close matchup.
Yeah. EJ will take bottom, trying to get the one escape. Beats him off the whistle. Onto his feet. Could be a stall call here. And that's going to be 1 for EJ Seward. Trying to work his way back into this one.
If he goes at it like he did in the first period, I think he'll be just fine. But it's no question, right? Fatigue's got to be kicking in. Been a hard-fought match so far.
Yeah, I mean, EJ is trying to. There is not a stall call against Grimes right now, which could come into play later. But a takedown will obviously give EJ the lead.
And
he's going to.
And he's down.
And he might be looking for a pin here.
He might have it.
He's going to get back points at the very least. At the very least, it's going to be 8-4.
He's going to have the pin. I bet you he has the pin right here.
Kale Rogie, Tyler Hood, and Max Bono looking for the pin from the sideline.
So is the referee. Look how he's looking down there and examining it.
All they need is that right shoulder. If that right shoulder hits the mat, it's over. And there it is.
And there's EJ Seward with a comeback pin.
EJ Seward makes it 50-3 St. Chris. So we move to 190. Miller Tatum, who I believe will be taking a forfeit.
And with what I believe, Ibarra is not going to go at it. He might.
Yeah, Miller Tatum just taking a forfeit, it looks like.
I don't know what happened to Ibarra.
That kid's at 190?
Yeah, that's Rusak. They're using going. I think they might be using him at 215. Rusak technically weighs only 199 pounds.
Oh, so that is the forfeit. So it will be 56-3. Okay. And now
Yeah.
Lance Cleland will come out for the Saints at the 2:15.
So the simple question you got to wonder: what happened to Ibarra? Did he get hurt? Did he didn't, or was he just like after that incredible upset he had over Hoover? Was he just done? I mean, that's a pretty big accomplishment. Just go home, brag to your parents, and take an ice bath.
Cade Petras was able to handle Hoover too pretty well, so they might have just figured it's not worth sending him out there.
Yeah.
Lance Cleland looking to close this one out, hoping to make it 62-3 or 68-3 your final score.
That's a good point. If you're Peninsula Catholic, why risk Ibarra taking an injury? The way he just wrestled today, you want to use him more down the road, and
because you got to think Miller Tatum takes that match 9 times out of 10.
Especially fatigue. Keep in mind, Ibarra's coming out fresh off a hard-fought victory that he fought back in too. Hoover started out hot, and Ibarra came back and took the win.
Lance Cleland, the 8th grader.
Rusak got cleaned quite quickly by Fishburne's
Cleland
Ryan leg, and Cleland's going to do the same. And
man, aggressive start from Lance Cleland, and
this one's going to be over.
This one's going to be over very soon. Lance Cleland's going to look to jump sides.
Right, yeah, this one's over.
He will get 2 backs there. 3 backs, my apologies, making it 5-0.
Now we're getting some more.
And we'll get a pin. There it is.
And Rusak.
So the duel will close at 68-3.
Fatigued and
with a heavyweight forfeit.
A fatigued Peninsula Catholic team.
Not able to put
not
up too
a lot
much
of
a
depth.
fight.
They just can't.
Saints take their second 60-point win of the day.
Yeah, I mean, even at some points in that one, Peninsula Catholic just didn't even put forth. Sorry, Ibarra didn't even play at the end of that one after his big win over Hoover. I felt like they sort of just threw in the towel there. Or Ibarra looks like he may have an ice in his shoulder. Anyway, no risk of injury there. Saints just want to pull out with a big-time victory over Peninsula Catholic. Decisive win for the Saints in this duel. I'm Austin Levin. Thanks so much for tuning in. Hey, let's cut the stream. Right, you probably want to end it. That's the match. Want to end the stream.